We're going to tackle 4 destinations today: module stop, melodic repeat stop, module repeat stop, and then module pause. First up is module stop. I'm going to be focusing on module 1. I have it soloed at the moment. My source for this is real-time control switch 1, so this one. I've labeled it module run, but there's something I want to say about this. Module run was the closest label that I could find that describes what this does, but it's very different from the module run that you find in the performance real-time control setup. So with this one, it doesn't stop the module from running permanently. It only sends a stop command and basically tells the module to stop in that moment. If there's a new trigger, then the module will run again. The best way to explain it is really just with examples. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on latch. This is just a simple arpeggio. So pressing this module run button now stops the module from running. You can see it's lit up and it has stopped. But the thing is, this is lit up right now, but I can still trigger a sequence just with a new trigger. And then I can turn this off and it won't actually stop the module until it's turned on again. If I were to use something else, something like a trigger pad, which makes sense to me, then it actually won't work with the polarity on plus. I'm not sure why that is, but to demonstrate, if I start the module running and then I hit trigger pad 8, the notes will continue on. And that trigger pad doesn't have any notes actually programmed into it. So let me show you. Nada. However, if I were to put the polarity on minus, then this would work. So I think it's because the note on event says that something should be triggering the module, I guess, and then maybe the note off event is saying that nothing can be triggered at that point. I'm not exactly sure why it doesn't work with positive polarity, but it doesn't. So we can use this destination for some interesting effects. Right now, I am going to run 4 modules, each playing some different part. And then when I hit pad 8, I will effectively turn off modules 1, 2, and 4, leaving just the bass and drums playing. Actually, I'll just be leaving the drums playing, I believe. Yeah, let me instead not turn off the bass. Okay, let's hear what this sounds like. Cool. Now you can hear something there. We actually got a few notes left over after the sequence stopped, which leads us to our next destination, melodic repeat stop. I'm going to stick with the same source for this, and I'm also going to change scenes and solo module 1. So let me go to piano 1. So this scene just plays some very slow notes. You can see I have rhythm pattern all the way up if you want to see what that looks like. We're playing whole notes. And then I have the repetitions on max. And let's hear what that sounds like. This is with latch off. So all of these are latch notes. I have the repetitions on 8. You see after the first note, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 repeats. Now, if I want those repeats to stop immediately, I could just hit a chord trigger pad. And then once I hit 8, the repeats stop right then and there. But if I have latch on, the repeats will continue. So they only stop temporarily. So you might wonder what this is actually good for. Well, when Karma plays and then you stop it, you see the melodic repeats actually continue on. But what if you wanted Karma to stop and stop the melodic repeats at the same time? In that case, we would use our real-time on-off switch, or our Karma on-off switch, to turn off melodic repeats. That way, Karma stops the sequence and the melodic repeats stop. I want to jump back to module stop real fast because I just want to show you that module stop doesn't actually stop melodic repeat. So let me use chord trigger pad 8 again, and I've already selected it. Now, when I start this sequence and then turn off the module, see that the repeats continue on. So that's what our next destination is for, which is module and repeat stop. It's kind of funny. It actually doesn't say and right here, but then when you select it, this label does say and. So let's go back and use our real-time switch on and off, and then I'll go ahead and play it. Oh, sorry. Now when I turn off Karma, everything stops. Hooray. Likewise, if I just had this on module stop and use the same source to turn it off, see that melodic repeat does continue on. Last up, we have module pause. I'm going to go back to using switch 1 for this. So this button. And I'm going to put it on, I'll leave it on negative polarity, so that way when it's off, it pauses the module. What this supposedly does is it allows the module to essentially just stop in time by disabling its connection to the MIDI clock. Now, I'm using an external clock source like usual, so I'm not 100% sure if it will actually stop the module. Let's check it out. Let me go to module 1, and I want it to be on just kind of a regular ARPing pattern. Cool. Now let's go back to our master, and that's where this parameter is. So let's start it. So technically, this should stop it in the middle of where it's at, and then resume from where it left off. Wow, it works perfectly. Now that's different from the run parameter, in that the run parameter, when you turn it off, I guess I would actually need solo off. I'm going to stop the other modules from running. So run actually doesn't make it pick up from where it left off. It's kind of like silently running. Whereas module pause legitimately stops it in the middle of where it is. Let's check it out with those other modules running. I'm gonna reset Karma here. Oh, actually, let me reset it again. So this is actually running, and I'm just gonna check my GEs real fast. Piano, synth, yeah, number 3 is nothing. I wonder why I'm not. Oh, I'm not hearing it because my dynamic MIDI I'm actually plugged into that. Okay, cool. All right, let's try this out. So you can see how they're out of sync now. If I never stop the module, then the red and yellow are always in sync. Might be more illustrative if I actually take the repeats off. I like the way it sounds with one. So I should actually set up like a harp glissando to really demonstrate a useful mechanic for this. Like if I had a harp glissando and I had like a slider patched into tempo, if you remember that video, I can make it so I could actually slow down the tempo, and then I could actually pause the module when I get to 0, and then I could unpause it when I get to like 1 or 2, and then continue on. And so that could be super useful. And actually, I'll definitely design a patch like that in the future. But yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you next time.